So, as you all came, you kind of got your memory started coming back. You started to see certain things. You started to understand. You were still kind of getting the gist of it. You woke up in a strange time with a strange captains telling you what to do. You had a bit of breakfast. You did some investigating. You talked to Zemo, who the nobles at this time period, the nobles of the noble houses all live in in the castle, as nobles are known to walk through the castle and just talk to squad members, talk to captains, things like that. Your blood hunter did discover that Zemo has this air of undead on him, like the sniff of undead. You also found out that Zemo has a brother who is
Called Hammond.
Hammond, that is in the lab where you are going down. To enter the lab, you had to be blessed, because otherwise you could go mad, which is something that. And the fixer found out that there are these strange new creatures coming through the schism called aberrations, and one of them was called a fear. But that's where we'll start off. So, I will say, Cramon, you had the worst case of stomach flu, and you were just in bed the last lesson. But now you're feeling quite up to it, and you are ready to see where your friends and your fellow squad members are.
Yeah, Aberlaw's cooking was very bad. Got food poisoning.
It's very weird for a metal gnome.
It is. It must have been some really, really bad cooking.
He adds some of those spices, right?
That's the spices, absolutely.
Yeah, my cooking's great. I'll have you know.
Well, I was fine.
All right. Let's
So have we gone down the stairs yet?
Yes, I'm gonna actually put everyone down the stairs now. As I said, you can go back up the stairs. It's not impossible, right? It's not like you're stuck down the stairs. You just went down the stairs to
Suddenly the stairs disappear.
Yeah, to investigate.
Could we possibly go into sleep mode?
Could we go into sleep mode?
Sneak.
Oh, you want to stealth?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you could if you wanted to.
Okay, so I've got a couple things for this before we dive too far in. Who's most likely to be on the front line?
Probably your melees.
That would probably be me.
And me.
Or not? I think Xanon would probably be in the back.
Yeah. So Cramorn only joined us now after being sick in bed.
Yes.
I'm going to stay behind or walk in the back, but also just hand Cramorn a little vial and say, for your stomach.
Thank you. Yeah, very good. Still he's very silent.
Didn't we say that we thought that there was going to be some fighting down here because we suspect there's going to be undead or something?
Yes, there might be undead down here. You don't know. But yeah,
I'd rather be careful. So, DM, on the new system, how do I see what my radius of a spell is going to be?
If you want to, what spell do you want to use?
Pass without trace.
That is 20
30
feet?
feet.
30 feet, yeah, 30 feet. If you have, it should be, there's a ruler there. 30 feet, it's about the size of the room, I'd say, because the room's about 25 by 25.
You could put a, what's it called?
An AoE.
But it's
an aura? You can just put an aura on yourself?
Yeah, you could. If you select, it was Nemo, right?
Yes, but is that one of the spells? I haven't played this brute often. Is this one of the spells that takes effect and it doesn't? You don't need to be in the area of effect for it to last.
You need to be in if you want your party members to have that effect, they need to be close to you.
Yeah,
When it
the
starts or
DM
throughout?
wrote it like that.
Yeah, throughout.
Got it. Okay. So then the idea is that you need to stick 30 feet from me.
Trust me, if a 30 feet radius is a big radius.
Yes, it's a big radius.
Like my auras are also well, sorry, my other characters' auras are also 30 feet and it's huge. I keep forgetting new characters.
Yes, I'll cast that.
I can actually give you an aura. I can give you an outer aura of 30 feet. Right? That's how big it is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it is really big. Yeah.
So as long as everybody sticks in that aura, there's a 10 plus 2 stealth check.
That's cool. Yeah.
So you guys see, because he's it's part of his druid background, but because he's mostly a monk, you'll see him try to like, what are those monks in the Marvel movies? They put their hands together. There's a few sigils, and there's probably this.
The guys from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it seems like, what are we going to call it? Like shadows are dancing around you, trying to keep you hidden.
That's cool. I like that. All right. Yeah. So we got a. Ilbar, you cast aid on Armin, Ferris, and Nemo.
Thank you.
So that is 10 to their max. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Cool.
Emergence coming up.
Yeah. So let's start off at the top with you, Armin. Armin, what are you doing as you've come down these stairs?
Sniffing the air to find out where the dead things are.
Oh yeah. Oh, roll your perception, survival. I'll say survival's also good.
Can I also roll a survival check? But I want to specifically try and smell the scent of Zemo, that very heavy perfume.
Okay.
Because my nose isn't tuned to undead.
That's fine.
Oof, bad rolls.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't need much, Armin, to smell this, because there is that hint of what you smelled last time, right? The stench of a skull lord, the stench of an eldritch lich, coming from the north of where you are. You also, even with you, Ferris, you can smell that perfume. It's a bit different, but it still has a familiarity, right? So it's someone that's been around Zemo quite a lot. Also, coming from you can actually smell it's coming from the room above you.
So, my captain, what is our plane?
Okay, hold on. Just
moving some cards.
Hold on. So, Nima's just going to ask. I think by this time we might have some hand signals set up so that we can do it stealthily without talking. And I'll just signal to Armin and Ferris to join me in the front and everybody else in the back. So we set up our strategic defensive position.
Mm-hmm.
And then Armin is going to know that he needs to. I trust Armin to find whatever he's been looking for because I know what his abilities are. See, he needs to be the person who's sensing out the enemy, and we'll be following behind. And the glass cannons at the back. You see danger, and you've established that it's hostiles. We start attacking.
Okay.
If we can wait 10 minutes, I can do something.
10 minutes? Okay.
We've got time?
Yeah, you do have enough time to wait 10 minutes. This is not like you're not breaking in. You have permission to go down here already.
We're investigating.
Yeah, you're just investigating it. You're not so you do have time to wait 10 minutes. What did you want to do, Kramon?
Rarest telepathic bond.
Amazing.
We'll learn from the best.
Mm-hmm. Good, good, good.
So
That's
everybody is telepathically bond.
That's
If I remember correctly, that's only thoughts that we want to share.
Yes.
Got it.
yeah,
So,
but
Armin, would you just, I'll signal to you just to have a look outside without giving away our position. Just check what's down the corridor.
I will nod, and you'll see him disappear as I cast invisibility on myself.
wow. Yeah.
And I will go scouting to see what I can find.
There we
Okay.
go.
Where are you going to go?
Where's the door? Is this the door?
The door. That is exactly the door. You're right.
I will somersault through the door, and then I will go see what's down the passage, looking for the dead things that I'm smelling.
So definitely, the dead things are definitely coming from the north of where you are, like directly down the passage. You actually smell two distinctive scents, as you know. Like one is definitely an Eldritch Lich, and one is a Skull Lord. And then you smell the stench of decay and decomposition and bones also coming from the north. But you actually see a lot of guards that are just like standing there.
Are they normal guards? Are these guards I've seen before?
Normal guards, just standing there. Yeah.
Does it look like anything's weird with them?
No, they're just standing in front of various rooms.
No standing guard.
Yeah, they're standing guard.
Sneakily avoid them while I go look for the dead things.
All right. So, just roll me. Oh, yeah, you're invisible. That's fine. Okay.
So I will say, as I'm doing this, I'm constantly thinking back to captains, what
Yeah.
I'm seeing. And then if I can, there's going to be a subtle thought to the fixer, who I don't know yet, but I'll just be like, Cassius, is that you? And figure out.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. So to your left, in the holding cells, you see a guard stationed there, right? You see the sign on the door, holding cell, heavily bolted. You can just smell the stench of the two powerful undead in the holding cell. And then to your right, you can smell the stench. You see on the door, it says dissection room. And you can smell the stench of things that are being cut up and dissected.
Okay, relay that to everyone. The door to the cells, heavily bolted, you say, and the guards like standing in front of it.
Right, yes. It is closed.
Does it look locked?
It is locked, yes.
DM,
Mhm.
would the captains have been down here and know what's going on here?
Not necessarily unless you were called. You don't know what is down here, but you know whatever, like, you know this place is used for holding of unknown creatures. But
Okay,
you
but
know,
now receiving this information, would myself and Xanon be disturbed by it? Would we?
no, not disturbed. It's pretty standard. Like, if you, these are holding cells for prisoners, holding cells for things that have escaped. It just wouldn't be your department, right? It's not like it wouldn't be scary to you. It's just like, oh, this is the first time in here. I guess it's just routine.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go all the way around. Do I come to a door?
There is an arch. You can actually go through it. It's not a door.
And I can see guards down there as well. And from where I can see, is the door on this side also bolted and locked?
Exactly right.
Cool. I'm gonna carry on sneaking.
Yep.
Dodging behind things and pressing up against walls, like all
Yep.
sneaky like.
Yeah.
Team, please ignore that roll.
Oh, it's cool.
But I do want to just have something done after the sneaky mission.
Yep. Yeah, I'll ask Armin, make me a perception check quickly.
11. Oh, but I have. Would that guidance be long gone, or can I use that?
Yeah, you can use that D4. I'll allow it, yeah.
15.
15. Where you are there, right? The green, this part over here, right? You see on the door. You didn't notice it the first time you went past it, but you kind of figured out that these are long holding cells. They're adjacent. They're just one long room that's connected. That door says maximum security prison.
Ooh, are there like bars on the door? Can I look through it?
You can look through it. There's a guard there. What you see is there's a cell in the middle surrounded by acid. You actually see... you see this creature. Where is it?
So obviously I'm still reporting everything that I'm seeing and discovering back to the captains.
Yes. I just have to... Where is it? There we go.
And then another sneaky message going, if that is you, Cassius, this is so weird.
You'll hear a little reply. It is. Who are you?
It's Malice, of course.
I don't know who I am, if I'm Cassius or Urbalor or both of them.
Oh my gosh, it's this dude. So all of a sudden, everyone just gets this like bright flash of an image of like a cyclops with like furry red hair around its face and beard and two like really big horns, and it's in the middle of a room surrounded by acid. It'll just be like maximum security.
So I can put that in references for everyone if they see it.
But I've seen this dude before.
You've seen him before, yeah.
Malice knows who this is. Can I remember the name of it?
Roll a history check.
Is there a token for this on the map?
No, I haven't put it there yet because you have to go into the room first.
Oh wait, did you post it on?
In the references.
Yeah, we already had it before in the previous sessions, where in the present, where we about 3 sessions ago we found out about this guy.
Well, you found something about it, yeah.
Yeah.
History, yes. He is called Borgargus. Let's see if I can pronounce that correctly.
And parallel to the Borigmus.
That's it.
Parallel to the message to the captains, there'll be another sneaky one to Cassius relaying that name and being like, we saw this dude so far in the past and the future. I'm very confused. He was on the table. He got liquefied.
Wait, what happened?
And then I'll keep going.
All right. So there, in that room, you see just general guards' chambers. And then make another perception check for me. Cool.
Oh, 23.
That's fine. Again, you see maximum security. and you actually see through the bars again, and you start to see where did it go now? Ah. Yeah, that's weird. Why does it not want to load? Ah, there we go. You see this creature. She is surrounded by
No way.
she is surrounded by something that is both toxic and you can just smell it, and you know it's very poisonous. But yeah.
So everyone will see a snake-like creature that has a feminine kind of torso,
No.
deeply like shining red eyes, and like, are those snakes for hair?
Yeah, I'll drop the image.
No. I know who this is.
Yeah, just one word will escape his mind. He would just say tower,
Yeah.
and then go silent again.
And then you see the stairs, I would say there. Where you are, the stairs leading downwards to the storage and safe rooms. And then you can hear the clangs of the blacksmiths as they are. That is where they are.
Do these blacksmiths look familiar?
Yeah, roll a history check.
14.
One of them looks very familiar. The other looks almost exactly like him, except he's wearing blue, and the one is wearing gold.
Oh.
And we know about the gold one.
Mm.
No, like I would know about one of them.
Yes.
I would know about the gold one.
Yes.
Yes.
DM,
Yes.
with my passive 19 insight,
Yes.
hearing these thoughts, would I pick anything weird up through the excitement of what he's relaying to us? Because there's general surprise, and then there's
Yes.
subtle.
Yeah, you would definitely, when you looked in the holding cells, when the maximums, and even when you looked in the blacksmith, in the smithy, there's a bit more excitement than usual. Like I would say you were surprised by the amount of excitement because you thought you trained them a bit better, because all they're looking at are cells for all you know, and it's not like shocking excitement. It's more like oh like that. Yeah.
Got it.
So everything seems quite straightforward, and we're allowed to be here. Shall we not just go
You're allowed to be here.
No.
and
Yeah.
investigate?
You are allowed to be here. You just couldn't go into the lab unless you had the blessing. But you will have to find out if you want to go into the securities and things like that. That's a different story. But yeah, you are allowed to be here.
And what do we notice down in the storerooms?
As far as you know, down in the storeroom, if you go down the storeroom, you will start to see. I'm just gonna get my little thing over here so I can see it again. You can see there are the stairs again lead downwards. This is the thing. There is in the storeroom. You will know that there is 3 main vaults in the storeroom where they keep mainly their gold and the riches and stuff like that. There are personal treasure vaults for some of the lords, and there are various things that they've found that they don't quite understand. They just put them in there because they're going to get to a time where they can understand it, but now they just don't understand it.
Okay, and with Armin going around, did he notice that Zemo's in one?
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna make me Yeah, make me.
I would have. I think I would have remembered his smell and
Yes.
remembered the very strong odor of undead on him.
Well, I
Absolutely.
would have also just relayed to the party because I did roll for that.
Mhm.
So I would have just told them he's in the room right next to us.
Ah, he's not actually.
He wasn't?
He's not in that room. That's. He's not. That's not Zemo.
Oh.
That's brother.
Well, I
That's
would
not-
have said the smell that I smelled
Yes.
was coming from that side.
Yes. I will say, Armin, you do smell Zemo's scent going further down into the castle, into the last levels, but you do remember passing the laboratory where you see his brother working.
Oh, so that's the lab. I thought the lab was upstairs.
No, the lab's here. The lab's down here. There's a small lab upstairs, but this is the main level
This is the
laboratory.
main one. Okay. We can't go in there because we're not blessed.
But Evelor and I are blessed, are we not?
We are, yeah.
You are, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we
so
could
since-
still go in there and just risk going insane.
Do you share that with us that you're blessed? Well, you said you were going to go for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would volunteer.
Mhm.
I myself and Evelor were blessed. I think it is time to test this place in.
That's
And
good.
I'll go.
Zanin, just be careful, but also find out why there's undead in the castle.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, just a quick thing. While Armin was scouting, right, from where Faparis is standing right now, I quickly just wanted to. I rolled a very bad stealth.
Yeah.
It was a total of 13, but I'm inside, so it's a plus 20, so it's a total of 23. So
Yeah.
just trying to stay unnoticed, and I want to use my Know Thy Enemy skill,
Yes.
where I spend 1 minute. So I'm assuming this whole thing would have at least taken a couple of minutes, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Kind of just looking at everyone that is in my view and
Yeah.
just examining, getting like information about their AC and current hit points compared to my own.
Okay. What?
Do you want
so,
me to pop that in the chat so you can see?
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be
Uh,
great.
Okay. Know
So
Thy Enemy.
are you just looking at your?
Well, basically, I just want you can get a comparison of two of the aspects.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at AC and current hit points. In case if a fight breaks out, I kind of know what we're up against. So it
So-
would have been whoever's in my preview. If the archway is open, I would have looked at the two blacksmiths and then just the general guard up in this corridor.
Okay, so you see the first blacksmith. Let's have a look. The guard just like standard, his AC is 15. His hit points are like 60,
Okay, so
it's like
all lower than
that-
mine.
Yeah, this is standard guard. Nothing too fanciful, right?
Yeah. It
but-
doesn't give specifics. It just says it's equal, inferior, equal, or superior to my own.
Yeah.
And my AC is 16 with a 90, currently 91 HP. So I'm assuming the blacksmith's a bit higher.
Oh yeah, no, the one blacksmith you can see in blue. No specifics, right?
Yeah, it no specifics. It just says it's either lower, equal, or higher than my own.
Oh, that blacksmith is super higher than yours.
Don't mess with the blacksmith. Got it.
Yeah. You can already tell that he he's a lot healthier than you too. So absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we gotta go to both Xanon and the Fixer. As you both approach the laboratory, you can start to feel something trying to pierce your mind. The guard stops you both and says, before you enter, have you both been blessed? Have you received the blessing?
I look at the fixer, quite confused, and I look back at the gardener and said, "How would you know if I was lying?"
Well, if you were lying, it would be your own life that you were willing to sacrifice. I just don't want to clean up the mess again.
And I'll interrupt him and say, "Well, I'm not," and knock on the door.
You can knock on the door. As you knock on the door, you see a person walk down the passageway. You don't really know where this person came from. She kind of walks through everything and she taps on the guard's shoulder and she said, It's okay, it's okay. I will take care of these two.
Do I know this person?
Really? But you can make a history check if you
DM.
want. Yeah.
Sorry, you want to interject? Do I see this person as well?
From
where
you
I'm
are?
standing? Yeah, from where I'm standing.
Absolutely.
Is she? Do I recognize her?
If you want to make a history check, you can.
From the information, the secret information you sent me when I started, when we got the characters.
Yes, you would recognize her.
Okay.
Yes. You would. With that history check, yeah. Yeah, you. It's strange when you went into the temple to get your blessing. She bears a very strong resemblance to the goddess Mercy. As she starts to walk towards you, and she said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of both of you. Are you come here to see what Amon is about?"
Yes, I am a scholar of sorts, and I am very curious to see what's going on.
Oh, yes. Maybe a fellow scholar can put some reason into him. I've tried, but he's quite stubborn. And she opens the door and she allows you both to enter. She gestures to you both. As she passes near you, both of you feel this sense of calm and at peace. You've never felt this before. It's almost like it's like a spiritual awakening of sense. And
as we
yeah.
pass, I just want to say, hey, I'm Herbala. Who might you be?
Well, for now, I can't divulge who I am. Let's just say that I have free reign of the castle. I was appointed by the king, and for his and my own protection, I cannot tell you who I am. For now, they have just called me Jane.
I'm gonna step back quickly outside to the guard, and who's this person?
She's like, that's Jane. He's got the king's permission. The Dutch.
Just walk away.
Yeah.
Useless.
The strangest thing, I can't help but feel like I've met you before somewhere.
Yeah, it happens from time to time with certain people. Don't quite understand it myself, but I feel I do know you, or I will know you somehow.
No.
When we have that sense of calm come over us, my fur coat sort of shivers a little bit. All right. That's weird. And I just keep walking until I find this person.
Yes. As you enter the lab, you can see there are 3 huge vats, right, of different liquids, and each one has the strange creature. You haven't quite seen these things before. They are being either broken apart or in some sort of like formaldehyde, and there are notes on them, and there are parts of their brain that are open. There's even like a humanoid that you can see is somehow being morphed and changed, but the process has stopped. Hammond himself is hunched over what looks like a chemistry set with various vials and beakers and stirring up something and trying to get some sort of reaction out of it. There is a jar or a sphere of glass that you can see that's next to him that seems to contain a brain just floating in it. And there are also these contraptions, these traps, these weapons designs that you can see, and various other notes just all over the wall. As Jane walks in, she said, "Yes, come on, I've brought some people here that wish to understand what you're doing." And he kind of goes, "Yes, yes, yes, yes. What do you want to know?"
Do I recognize any of the chemical processes he's trying to initiate? Does anything that's ring a bell? Could I offer a word of advice or inspiration?
Yeah, I will say you could roll either like Arcana or Medicine or even a Perception check to try and understand something.
I'll go with Arcana. And I'll look over his shoulder at the chemistry set and say, "Oh, this titration, it looks vaguely familiar. Perhaps, a dash of unicorn hoof?"
Yes, yes, that could work. Unfortunately, unicorns are quite rare at these parts at this time.
Yes, back in my realm, they're like pests.
Yeah. You do recognize that he's trying to distill something. He's trying to make something into its purest form. Break it apart, and it's like every attempt has failed. And he kind of like, Jane, more of this nonsense. I see you trying to make me distract me while you sabotage my work. But
What is your work?
oh well, to understand these creatures that come out of the schism, these aberrations.
So, what exactly, if I were not blessed, would happen to me? And I walk around one of these vats of creatures.
Well, the last person that did that unfortunately went quite mad and
And
started to started to pull their skin off, and these worm-like creatures started to like appear out of their skin, and one even burst out of their head. So it's quite disturbing. I'm trying to understand if it is something that the victim physically manifests, or if it's some sort of magical psychic attack in itself.
Curious. Very curious. What make you of this, Fixer? And as he's telling us this, I relay it all to the rest of the party, to our squad.
I've never seen anything quite like this, to be honest. I mean, alchemy's not my usual area of expertise. Seems like you're playing with fire for sure.
Yes. Well, the the creatures we have found that have been coming out of the schism have caused. They seem to be coming from a realm we aren't too familiar with.
Do we?
And
I mean,
having
what have you found out about? I mean, you've been studying them for a while now, right? What have you found out about these creatures?
before you answer that,
Mhm.
having walked around the lab,
Mhm.
could I do a perception check
Mhm.
to see what information I gathered and then compare that to what he tells us in response to this answer?
Yeah.
Not that my perception is very great, but let's try. My dice are very slow.
And 16. No, that's fine. Yes. So, yeah, you definitely see evidence of the last person he actually described, and you can still see one of these like creatures trying to escape the head of the last victim. He says, "Well, we know that this. What we still try to understand about the schism is that it seems to change the physical form of anyone that gets too close to it. In the early years when the Duchy was built around it, it was just locked away until we could actually have enough finances, money, etc., to start to understand how to close it. And during this time, we had lost many people, and we had built the castle around it, and that's why the castle is in itself is on top of it. If anything could happen, we could lock down the castle pretty quickly and keep the rest of the city safe. However, what we do understand is that it's connected to a different realm of existence. And whatever is beyond that side is causing various creatures to transport or travel through them. But each of these creatures have been somehow affected by this corruption.
All these creatures act the same. Are they all hostile?
Some, yes. Some, not. No. Some creatures have what we've discovered have just fled from something. But because we don't want to take the chance of them being altered in any way, we have to lock them up. And when we initially did our exhibition or into the schism, we sent a platoon of our finest guards in there. They are now in our holding cells because what we pulled out wasn't human. It had warped and it changed. Some became giant insects. Others, their skin became blue and rotten and flesh-like, drips. Others lost all feeling. They just became these huge kind of bulking creatures. And they were able to summon undead and different types of creatures into our realm. So we've had to keep a lot of this on lockdown. And when we do kill one of these things, we try and study it the most. We try and understand what it is and how it came to be. At least that's what I want to do. My brother just wants to send things in there and destroy the whole realm.
But, I mean, it sounds like you can't even send anyone in there.
Yes and no. the things that what we have discovered is that the undead seem to be, because they are already undead, they seem to be almost immune to this effect, or at least the effect doesn't take onto them quite as quickly. So he
So
is
it
looking into
requires
that
a
aspect.
soul.
Mhm.
It requires a soul and a living spark.
That is one of the theories I have, yes. Or it requires some form of living flesh to be corrupted.
Do you have a living specimen?
Of an aberration?
Yes.
There are several in the holding cells.
Have you tried reading their minds?
I have. And there are several, and as he was trying to say, you see Jane's hand goes, and she says, Hamon, I've warned you many, many times never to read these aberrations' minds. They are quite unpredictable, and by your own account, if this is a psychic attack, they could attack you and corrupt your mind. It's like, yes, yes, but I try to be as vigilant as ever.
I will sort of step between them and say, you seem to be more knowledgeable, or at least think yourself more knowledgeable than Sir Hammond.
Mhm.
What do you know of these creatures? What do you know of the schism?
I've been
I'll start
around.
with her as well as
Yeah. She's like, well, I've been around the castle long enough to know, and around the schism long enough to know that these creatures are extremely dangerous.
we do not doubt that.
Yeah. But if we are going to understand them, there's a fear that there's a temptation that they might corrupt you, even the purest soul. And I've seen this happen many times to the knights and the guards that have been sent through the schism. The noblest of men come back maddened and corrupted without any remorse, go on killing sprees. So it's always good to be vigilant, and we have to be extremely careful about how we are going to protect ourselves from these things until we can ultimately seal it off.
I look at Jane, slightly impressed, but trying not to show it, and I turn back to Hammond.
Mhm.
So, if these creatures have not affected the undead, I assume you have the undead here somewhere in the lab for experimentation as well.
There are 2 undead that my brother has captured. I know that he has put them in the holding cells. However, what he chooses to do with them is his choice. He's given me fairly strict. He's asked me to not experiment on them until he has more undead that I may experiment with. For now, we have just kept them in the holding cells.
Do you know why your brother wants them?
I'm not too sure. I know his idea is to destroy the schism before it spreads instead of understanding it. So I presume he would like to send an army down there and then seal it off. Maybe that's why he wants the undead. You know, if you put a bunch of undead in another realm and you seal it off, they're fairly effective in killing whatever out there.
Zanin, ask him how they plan on closing this schism.
Oh, right. I didn't hear that. How do you plan on using this information to close the schism?
Well, if you have a look over here, and he points to the brain in the jar, this is a copy of my brain.
You.
Yeah, I mean to make more of them. Because, in a sense, I would like to make the more power I have, the more intellect I have, I will be able to figure out how to close the schism. But
by telepathic broadcast, I just tell everyone this man is insane. Genius, but insane.
But I know the first thing is we have to go to where it is, and we have to try and close it there first. We have to try and close the smallest crack first before we can close the schism itself. And we have isolated a crack in the dungeon below, and we are planning to try and close it. But this is several months away. For now, we have just made sure the area is clear, and we have assigned several guards to protect it. And you would need various clearance before you could even go in it.
DM.
Yes.
When we hear that,
yeah,
I remember Armin saying at the start, before we swapped into the lab conversation, that he wanted to go further down the stairs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I'm down those stairs already.
And there's a chair down there.
You can't go down to the last level. It is sealed by some sort of barrier.
So the stairs where I am that lead down to the storerooms have another stair that goes further down.
Yes, I can send you the picture now.
Okay, well, I'm in the storerooms at the moment.
Yes.
And I'll just send out the telepathic message. Armin, don't go any further.
He also says, because of course the blessings will work in the lab. However, the schism itself requires something a lot more powerful before you can even gaze upon it. It requires, again, Jane Rain's hand. Yes, it requires a certain power, more like two equal opposite forces. Is that not right, Harmon? Oh, yes.
So if a blessing is effective against these aberrations, the schism that leads to the corruptors should be opposed by an equal divine force.
Something like that, yes. But
Hmm.
for now it's all theoretical. We need to have it, which is why I've started making my own clone in my brains. As you can see,
You're trying to ascend.
I'm essentially trying to not ascend to a god, but make myself as powerful enough to close the small schism. Then, if that succeeds, I will know how to close it even. I've you can see also that there are several. Well, I'll tell you what, Elbar, make me a perception check quickly, Elbar.
Oh, okay. So walking plus 0.
Mhm. Let's see. Yeah, you start to see as you look around his lab. You see these drawings of black obelisks,
Oh no.
and arranged in certain patterns and different patterns. You can see like their drawings, and they're like got a pattern here, they've got a pattern there. And he said, okay, this pattern doesn't work. Move this one here, move that one there. That pattern doesn't work. Try a combination this, and then you start to notice that the black obelisks, the miniature ones, are around his brain in a jar.
Miniature ones.
Yeah, there are miniature ones just around, small ones just around his sphere that has his brain in. And he, as you notice it, he kind of gestures down and he says, yes, well, you can see these forms of arcana or eldritch locks seem to work quite well. And they seem to amplify my intellect to a point, but they have to be arranged in a certain pattern.
Can I, by looking at the tell that's this might have an unwanted effect?
You can see they do amplify them, but they can, if they're not arranged in a certain way, they can have a unwanted effect.
I'll just over the bond mention the obelisk and say, but I think we should be worried about these.
I want to memorize the pattern.
Mhm.
Do I need to roll for that? I want to commit it to memory.
No, well, it depends. Well, like, why do you want to memorize it first? Like, do you want to memorize this specific pattern, or do you just want to memorize the way that they are placed, or like?
No, the specific pattern. I don't know.
Mhm.
It seems relevant.
No, you don't need to roll for that.
Okay.
I
If it
will
helps
send.
you at all, Xanon, you know that Herbalaw has a keen mind, an eidetic memory, effectively.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Herbalaw has a keen mind, which is basically an eidetic memory.
Okay, cool.
I will say, Herbalar, if you want, you can roll a history check.
Oh, give myself guidance on that. Ooh. Oh, it didn't work. There we go.
Yeah. You immediately recognize this pattern.
Thought so. Not so much history as future memory.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say if these obelisks aren't configured right, rather than helping seal, they might instead help bring something in.
Well, yes. It, as as I've discovered, that's a very Armand. That's a very astute. Yes, that's quite astute of you. Yes. It does. I've discovered that we had a small aberration appear when we reversed the pattern. So that's where the thinking was. You know, if the reversal could make the door open, maybe the opposite, right? Or maybe this pattern will seal the door completely.
I mean, there's definitely a kind of sense there. I suppose that's where you can go off of.
Yeah, but it does take quite a lot of understanding. As you can see, these miniature models, they are quite powerful, and they do take a lot of resources to make. But for now, we are setting up everything in our basement level to make sure that it is ready to begin sealing it off, or sealing off the crack that we see.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that's interesting.
Mhm.
I'm going to just telepathically. Armin, does this answer your question about the undead?
Yes, Captain.
All right, my books need me. And I'll just say thank you to Jane and to Hammond, and this has been most insightful. And I hope through all my scholarly pursuits, I can be of some assistance in closing the schism. And I just walk out.
Alright. Fair enough. What about you, Fixer? What are you doing?
I'll say, I think that's on my cue to leave, but I might come back here at some point to maybe help with your research.
All right. Yes, and Jane greets you as you leave. She still stays behind. As you leave, Fixer, you can hear both Jane and Arman in the. They can start say like, you were very civil. Thank you for not starting it, and then they start to argue quite a lot, and you can hear it down the passage as they really start to fight about what to really do about the schism and what is the proper process to handle it. You hear things like, you should be more careful about studying it. You don't want to be corrupted. And then Harmon would be like, I know how to protect myself. And Jane would say, you don't understand. Things like that. And it kind of echoes with some of the future conversations that you've heard before. Things that you will hear or that you have heard. That's what you hear. Let's go down to you, Cramon. Cramon, what about you? What have you been doing?
Two minds are very fiercely fighting to maintain control, and he would just subconsciously wield a dagger in his hand, while the other hand is wielding a book, trying to study and try to look through the blueprints
Okay.
and learn as much as I
we
can.
need to consolidate our spells at some point.
Yes,
I think that would be wise.
we can do that.
DM.
Yes.
Nima just wants to know whether he would have heard the conversation between the two in the lab and figured out Was that going to be like a rival's quarry, or was that going to be a lover's quarrel?
That was definitely a rival's quarrel.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not. It's more like two friends that are rivals, not two enemies that are rivals.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I call Armin back?
Mhm.
Drop the pass without a trace,
Mhm.
and then just kind of around the squad and say, "Well, that was a bit more than I bargained for when I woke up this morning. Who's up for a trip around a tour to the schism? Who wants to see the schism?
Were you not listening?
They haven't seen it. They've been cooped up in the castle the whole time. Let's go get some fresh air."
If I might suggest, Captain, perhaps all might want to get a blessing first.
That's true. Thanks for reminding me. Who's coming with?
I can do that. Then after spells?
Yeah.
Do I have to?
Well, I mean, you've seen it before. It's nothing new for you. But maybe today's your lucky day. You get to see something new and intriguing.
I suppose I need to make sure you don't kill the privates.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go.
I'm gonna go to for Ferris first. For Ferris, what are you doing?
Well, he's kind of like the moment he kind of felt this overwhelming power from the blacksmiths, he was intrigued.
Mhm.
And then I want to roll a history check as I walk closer to see if I recognize it. Like, if I would passively recognize the two blacksmiths that I would start seeing as I get closer.
Yeah. Roll your history.
Wow, I'm rolling super bad today. I would say
9. You definitely recognize the one in gold.
okay, but I
Even-
don't recognize the other one.
Even with the one in blue, you don't quite recognize. The one in gold looks like a very younger version of Ungunter Blacksmith.
Okay.
But it's almost quite difficult because it's like, was he really that good looking? What happened?
Okay.
Blacksmith
Well,
was
he's
hot.
then walking up to the one that looks similar to Ngunzer.
Yeah. Make a perception check because they both look very extremely alike.
Okay, where's my perception? Hey, that's decent.
Yeah, that's you definitely know which one's on good there.
Okay. So I'll walk to the one that isn't Gunther, so I'm assuming it would be the blue one then.
Yeah. This is the blue one over here. This
And
is
for a moment, the kind of Ushi's habits take over, and he tilts his head to the side as he looks to this blacksmith.
Mhm.
And he's like, I do not know you, but I know him.
Mm-hmm. You know my brother?
Yes. But you look like him. But why have I not seen you?
Well, it's probably because we often work at night and, we've just decided to work during the day this time. I'm usually the night blacksmith and he's usually the day blacksmith, but that's probably why you've not seen me. I'm just finishing up some work over here.
You also a dragon like him?
A dragon? Why would you think I'm a dragon?
Are you not his brother?
I'm his brother, but a dragon. It's very, very strange.
He will then march over to Gunther.
Yeah.
Did you not say you're a dragon?
You'll see Armin standing there awkwardly.
This, he kind of looks at you. Is like, "Are you drunk? No, drinking is on duty. Is not allowed."
I do know that I enjoy a nice glass of wine sometime, but not today. I'm actually on a mission.
Yeah.
But I could not help but to notice that I know you, and your brother is denying that you are dragons, and you told me that you are.
I told you I was a dragon.
Yes, it might not be in this form, but you told me when I was a slime.
Slime. You
Yeah?
must have been really, really drunk. First time I've seen you.
Are you not friends with Mercy?
Mercy.
And
No,
I want to
haven't
roll insight check to this answer, DM.
Okay. I'm going to see something here.
If I'm nearby, I would like to try and insight this answer as well.
All right, yeah, because you can't get advantage on insight, so you.
No,
can,
I want to roll my own.
Yeah, I've got to roll wisdom, if I remember right. It's a saving throw, wisdom, right? If I remember.
I'm not sure. I think it's either deception check or something like that.
Deception or persuasion depends on how he answers, and you
Oh.
don't have to tell us.
Okay. That's fine. I will roll persuasion then. It's okay. I will roll that. Just give me one moment here. 20. Okay. He's a dragon. Wow, I've been called many things in my life. But a dragon, that's a new one. I suppose the ladies call me a dragon in the bedroom, and they both kind of laugh. Well, maybe even the fellas too. We don't know. But no, I've never known of a dragon, and the only mercy I know is the one god in the chapel. As far as both of you know, he's telling the gospel truth.
Okay.
He's got a huge amount of persuasion.
Yeah, I would figure so, being a legendary dragon.
I think what Herblar should mention is he's heard of two nobles matching their description who wander around the castle at night making wondrous blacksmithing works.
Yeah. You can actually, if both of you want to roll, depending on who wants to roll, you can roll a perception or an investigation check. Whoever's got the highest, you can roll to advantage if you want.
My investigation is +3, my perception is +4.
My investigation is a +8, and I have advantage on it just by default.
Okay.
Go for it.
Go.
Oh, 2 16s. 25.
You definitely see some items. Some of them you've seen before. Some of them are strange or in parts, but you see a pack of cards. You see a whip. You even see a pair of gloves that look fairly familiar to you, but they don't quite look finished yet. And they all bear some sort of, like, they've all got tags on them for various noble houses.
Okay, well, Malice doesn't know anything about these items.
I've definitely seen the gloves before.
He's seen them, but like, you guys got them before Malice arrived, so to her, you've just always had them.
Mm.
I think I've only used my cards once with Malice.
Well, my
Yeah.
whip is out all the time, but yeah.
And it backfired severely.
Backfired really badly, yeah. But you can see they're all like they've all got like the hallmarks for different houses.
Well, I do not understand why you're trying to lie to me. But I think you might just be a bit confused since you do not know that you told me just yet, since it was in the future. But it's fine, and that fine has the if you could ever seen like the most irritated French person that's giving you passive aggressive attitude, that is what it is.
Fair enough.
And he's gonna turn back to the other one.
Mhm.
Well, regardless of your hidden identity, your brother asked us to save you in the future. So I want to know what you are doing and where you are going to be, since we need to save you. Since
Well, do you need to save me?
yes, I do know that you are very strong. I already know that you are very thick boy.
Wow.
Wields a mighty hammer.
Yeah. Wow, thick boy right there. It's like, well, I don't really know how to take that, but save me from what is more interesting.
I'll ask over the link. And now this is kind of like Ushi is kind of not like being for Forest anymore. He is going to ask over the mind link to in general because he doesn't know who is who, but he assumes since he is. Well, do I need to roll intelligence check to assume that if I'm back in the past, that my fellow companions are also back in the past?
Yeah, no, you would just get that feeling.
Okay. He would just openly in the whole thing then ask the Amon, which now would be
Ramon.
yes, sorry. The name escaped me for a moment. Did Gunther tell you where we needed to save him from? His brother?
What? What?
There's almost two different voices combating. And the one says, I don't know, and the other one says, what's going on?
What?
I'm gonna like Fafaris. What?
Paris, Captain, you know me for 3 years. Still you refuse
What
to
is that?
pronounce
What
my
is that?
name?
And I'm gonna sort of egg him on and take him by the shoulder and egg him on and like I'm so I do apologize. Fafari, come with me, and I'm gonna try and pull him out.
You're gonna get contested on that because he is busy talking to this person in front of him.
Sure, that's fine. I'm gonna lose, but sure. Strength check.
Sure. Athletics, right?
Oh, athletics.
Well, I'm not sure. It's like
Strength, yeah, strength or athletics, whatever. You could have a strength check or
like the same. It's about the same modifier for me, so I don't really care. I'm not a very strengthy boy, so.
Really? There we go. Come on, come on.
Dean.
I apologize.
Against the
I
struggle,
can't-
you will. I will just tell him like over my shoulder, "I'll be back, and we will save you from I do not know what."
You can. I will say you can see what he's working on in the.
Oh yeah.
You can see that while und Gunther is working on armor and weapons, his brother is working on a warforged.
A warforged, like the spiders.
Like the spiders.
DM,
Huh.
I can't move Nemo, but can you
Yeah.
bring it into the room and let him stand in front of the door?
Yes.
And then I'm just going to say to the room that's specifically directed to Zanin,
Mhm.
leave them. They need to sort this out.
What is this?
If you leave them be, you'll find out. Aren't you curious?
And I whisper something into my fur coat. I whisper and I move to the corner
Something's
and I
going
just
on
watch.
that we don't understand.
I will just watch. This feels very voyeuristic and wrong, but I will watch.
And I'll call, what's the name of the orc again?
Evalar?
Evalar. You get in here as well.
Mm-hmm.
And as the Pixel walks in, he wants to just ping everyone individually on the telepathic bond. What would you do with the drunken sailor? Just like
You're
he's having
going to make me go look up that phrase.
Oh shit! What do we do with the drunken say? What do we do with the drunken say? What do we do with the drunken say?
Don't let
Early
him
in the
off
morning.
hook.
Early in the morning.
Oh yeah, early in the morning, right? And we don't know what else.
Yeah.
A drunk sailor shouldn't be on a boat. He should be
Okay.
thrown overboard. Why are you asking me this?
Oh, sorry, it's just a song I heard. And let me do my deception because I guess the captain might pick up on that.
I would like to talk to the Goldie guy.
Okay.
I also talked to the brother, but after.
Okay.
So seeing that person, who I now know is Ushi, because I've been trying to figure out who's who. I'll just because I'm short and this is a giant of a man. I'll just prod his thigh.
Yes.
I don't know how tall he is.
You prod his ankle. That's how tall he is.
I will look up and say very sincerely, but not overly loudly because I just want he and I to hear this.
Mhm.
I will say to him, this is going to be confusing, but what that person was saying is in fact correct. They, I, have actually met you before. Probably here in the castle, but my first interaction with you is probably going to be at least 200 years in the future. I'm a bit of a time wizard, so I mess around with these things, so I sort of know what I'm talking about here. But
Really?
I know for certain that you, sir, and I will lean even a bit more closer, are in fact a gold dragon, and you are a remarkable blacksmith. And you don't have to confirm or deny this, but I know it is true. You have revealed this to me in person. Would I know anything very specific about Undgunter that I learned in the future that I might be able to tell him to try and prove to him that I am being truthful about what I'm saying?
Yes, I would say at one point he would have actually told you his name.
Like
Oh,
his
his
real
his,
name.
real name.
Yeah, his real dragon name.
So I will lean even closer and I will
I'm gonna make you roll a
whisper
history
to
check
him.
to make you remember that.
He told us when Amon and Cassia saved him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there then. That was a different character.
Yeah, no, Malice has had separate dealings with Ungunter before coming into the party. That's a 15.
That's fine. I
So
will.
I will whisper it to him and be like, I will meet you in the future. And I will tell you now, sincerely, that the future is bleak and decisions that are made here today for you, your brother, the noble houses specifically, have long-lasting consequences. If you want, we can talk about it some more, but please don't feel you need to.
Ah. He looks at you and his whole hand just covers your whole body. Put it that way. It's like his hand is a shadow over your body. And in your mind you start to hear there are things in the basement and that need to be stopped. The creatures in the cells need to be freed. And whatever deals with Hamon, my brother, has made need to be broken. The creatures in the maximum cells need to be freed.
Am I able to reply to him?
Depends how long you want to.
I just, if I can reply, I'm going to say to him, in the future, your brother disappears. He is in league with Zemo, who we believe is not Zemo. I will do my best.
Mhm.
And then I'll be like, those are some very interesting cards you're making there, blacksmith. Can you tell me about them? As if I'm making random conversation.
Like, well, yes, of course. You know, these cards were requested by someone who owns one of the smallest banks, surprisingly, in the Silver Docks. And apparently, this was a gift for them for starting a new business. I don't know how the bank will turn out, but cards are nice.
I'm just looking for something quickly. I will look at them. I'll look at him and sort of touch the corner of my nose and be like, clubs can be tiring, can't they?
Yes, clubs are quite tricky, of course.
Absolutely exhausting. And I'll touch my nose again. And then I'll start walking away.
Just in Kerwin's head, people here, clubs are hell.
All right. Yeah, so it did send you his real name. You can send it to the rest of the party if you wish. It's up to you. And let's go back to you, Nemo and Xanon. What are you two doing?
I'm just standing in the corner, wide-eyed at the insanity I'm looking at. And I'm gonna, as Armin leaves, just also push past Nemo, even past Armin, and just go back up the stairs, sort of bitching, ranting, and raving into my cloak to get the frustration of this insanity out.
As you walk past, I'll clap my feet together and be, Captain?
And I just keep walking.
All right. Nemo, what are you doing?
Nemo's typically a rather laid-back captain, letting everybody do their own thing to some extent, and watching what happened now and some things I've picked up. I'll look at each one of my squad privates and I'll just get a little bit more stern than they typically used to, and just tell them to be at the whatever meeting point that we have for the to go out to the schism.
Yeah.
Within 10 minutes, I'll meet them there. As I said, we're going to go for a tour with the schism to go and show them what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we are there, I'll have a conversation with them.
Okay. All right.
Does he
when
say that
you
out
go-
loud?
Now, I'll just direct you to go to the schism within to the meeting point in 10 minutes.
I'll be. You can find me upstairs in the library.
Okay.
So I'll probably go from leaving them
Yeah.
to go finding you.
Yes, and I'll be looking through scrolls and books on time magic.
Okay. Is everyone going back upstairs or?
I just want to find something about the brother.
Okay. What?
I'm hovering near Nemo.
Nemo. Okay. So I just want to see, Kramon, do you want to go upstairs also? Just
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna put everyone back upstairs for a moment.
This is. I'm having a hard time deciding if a forest is going up.
Airbalar.
I'm just putting you all there for now, so that's easier when I put you back. If you want to come back down here, right? All right. I'm just gonna load this one over here, and let's see, where is the map? There it is. Okay. All right. Everyone should be forest. And I think we are missing Simo. I'm just gonna put not Simo, Xanon. There we go. All right. So I'm just putting you all back in there, into the staircase, right? Yeah. This is the. As you can see, you've come upstairs again. You hear the. Again, you can hear the guards moving from side to side. People.
Sorry, could you? We got locked out for a second there. We
Yes,
missed
we did.
something.
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're here now. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So as you arrive back upstairs, right? You can hear the guards move from place to place. You can start to see various guards go in and out of rooms, training outside, and you can start to see a very familiar owl folk. When you encountered at breakfast, make his way to the chapel where you got blessed. All right.
I think the first time Amon will feel emotions.
Now let's start to begin. Let's begin at the top again with you, Amen. Amen, what are you doing?
I'm standing quite nonchalantly just nearby Nemo because that's what I would normally do.
Okay. All right. Ramon, what about you?
Amon. Kramon.
Kramon.
Sorry, this name's so confusing.
Yeah.
We are still telepathically bound.
Yes.
Yeah, now, other names.
Yeah.
Airbalar. We're just secret communication. Who are you? And then
Yes, yes.
Amon.
Well, this is a bit of a turnaround, ain't it?
Who else? Okay, I know who Ushi is. Where's Malice?
Must be Arnhem. He's the only other one who responded to my call earlier.
What should we be doing now?
I think I think we should probably tell the captains what's going on.
You think that's the right choice?
I've asked the DM and props Nemo this because we've been together a while as these characters. What kind of person is Nemo? Is he genuinely a good person?
Yeah. You do know, you realize that your captains are very good and noble and will do the right thing, no matter what.
Well, Zanin takes a little bit of regard.
But you like generally like they're not gonna be like they won't throw you under the bus, put it that way.
I'll say yeah. I think we should. I think they can help us, and honestly, they've probably figured out something is going on by now.
You also would know that Nemo has had a bit of a hard upbringing because he's lost his parents and he had a mentor that brought him up. And in some way, he ended up here and he doesn't really like or enjoy being a captain. That's part of his personality, why he's so laid back, but also the fact that he doesn't like the responsibility.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll stay with that, and I'll message for Fari and Arnhem, and ask them if they think we should do the same.
I'll probably we can have a group conversation privately.
Perhaps I should have a word with Nemo first, or all together. Maybe all together is better.
Yeah, I have to go talk to Bumblebog.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about him.
Yeah, well, if we can figure out a way to save him in the past, to save him in the future, we really need Malice.
Yeah.
At this point, Armin's pulled a dagger from somewhere and is casually just like throwing it and catching it, like not looking at anyone in specific, just like looking around the room.
And Grandma would just look with a very distinctive look. I know you can hear me, and you can hear us.
Armin will start whistling. But it'll be a familiar sort of sea shanty that you've heard before.
And with that, Grandma's gonna go to Bumblebog.
All right. If we go to, we can go to you, Nemo, and Xanon. Let's go to you first, Nemo. What are you doing?
Well, probably walking up to Zanin. Zanin, what do I find? You're lost in your books again.
Yes.
Zanin, you're obsessing again. What's going on? I know you were upset about what happened downstairs, but you're researching. What's going on?
You need to be more specific.
Well, you tend to.
There are several lines of research I am busy with at the moment. You're not being very specific.
Well, that's not the typical books you usually are busy with.
I'm busy with a range of books. How can you tell what is normal and what is not? Normal is not real.
Then I know you. You're fixating on something. Are you trying to distract yourself, or are you trying to figure out what happened downstairs?
Both.
Wow. Something's going on with the members of our squad.
Yes.
And I need to find out what it is.
It's time travel. And I shout and scroll into his face. Look at that.
Okay.
Listen to what they've been saying.
How would you know it's time travel?
Pardon?
How would you know it's time travel?
But he was in the room. You heard what was being asked.
Like, that's a pretty big jump.
I had my suspicions. Catching little hesitations here and there. And from that brief discussion I heard from Fafari and the
Uguta.
the two smithies. And
Off of it, he
sort
was-
of, I would have looked for almost like demonic sulfur dust where demons have appeared, looking for some sort of trace of time magic or time travel,
Okay. Yeah.
and maybe have glimpsed something of the sort.
Make me Arcana.
Also for fun,
I'm pretty sure. I'm not. It's not proven, but I'm pretty sure it's time magic.
Yeah, you can make
Arcana.
Arcana or a investigation because you're.
he wasn't trying to hide his questioning to the rest of the group.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's wow.
You make me investigation because I'll say you have that suspicion, but you need to make you need to put the dots together.
Armin was also being incredibly stealthy and quiet while
Yeah.
talking to the blacksmith.
Yeah, okay, maybe not.
Yeah. So
I-
you have a suspicion, like it's your theory that it's time travel. You still need that proof.
All I know is something affected the group and we weren't affected. I just thought they had a crazy night, but it seems something else is going on because they've never met the two downstairs. And the way they were talking, the allegations they were making, I mean, did you hear them call each other names? If they were still drunk, that would have worn off way a long time ago, wouldn't it?
In other news, there are aberrations in the basement.
So they might have been affected. Is that what you're saying?
I have no experience with aberrations. I don't know the impact. They won't allow me downstairs because I need a guard.
So either the group is affected by whatever powers of affecting everybody else, they might have gone crazy, or something else is going on, or they're just playing a prank, which I don't really enjoy.
Perhaps you should go to the schism and find us an aberration that I can look at.
You also no, you don't need to go to the schism. You could just go to the holding cell.
Yeah, they don't want us to go into the holding cell, so we might as well find our own.
Okay.
I don't think breaking into or breaking something out of the holding cell is the best way to go.
You don't have to break something out. You can just go and ask to see one.
Who is it?
Yeah, you're a guard captain. You can just ask to see one.
Okay, so you would know that you could do that.
Okay.
But I don't think you should go alone.
But something's weird.
Okay, give me a
Something's
chance.
up with the others.
I know. So give me a chance. I'll go
No,
speak to
you
them.
have not been blessed, and you are not smart.
I don't know if I should be offended. DM, do we know that we need to be blessed before we go to the schism?
Yes.
Yes, like they've said, you need more than just a blessing to go to the schism.
What would be the...
Am I still in the room with them? Or is this happening somewhere else?
If
No,
you're
we're not in the library.
Oh, you're
Oh,
not.
okay. I would have followed to the library, but I would be standing outside the door.
that's fine.
Okay, but you would need to be really stealthy because my general perception is 19.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not trying to be stealthy. I'm following you as someone who serves underneath you, and where you go, I go. So I'm sort of posted on guard outside the library.
Okay, then in my discussion, I would probably then not have picked up on you and then not included you in my general accusations. Dean, what would be the rest that we need if we go to the schism other than a blessing?
A guard.
you would need some sort of power to protect you. You would know that maybe Hammond has this power. He did mention that he had sort of these obelisks that could amplify something, his own mind. You also might need to you could talk to the blacksmiths. You could talk to Jane. Seems to know quite a bit, but like you would know you would need something power. That's why it's locked away unless you physically go.
Okay, maybe I'm confused about something. When we first started this last session, you said there's a few activities that we, as a squad, can typically do.
Yes.
One of them would be to visit the schism to see what it's about.
You
Patrol.
Patrol.
patrol. You can patrol the outer layer.
That's what I meant when I
Oh,
said we went through the schism.
Yeah, you can patrol the outer one, which is over here. This one over here, right? I'll draw it here. That one there.
That wouldn't need so much.
That one you don't. So that one you don't need protection because it's way. The schism is very deep, so you effectively you're looking downwards from that, so it can't reach you. But if you want to go closer, you would need protection. So you can go back up. You can go patrol up here if you want.
Okay, that's what I meant when I said that the group is going to the schism.
Okay. So you're going to patrol then.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, just explain to Zenit and myself. I thought the castle was a location that we needed to leave the castle grounds to go and find the schism that was either going to be like a major crater or wall or
The castle is on top of the schism.
schism is underground.
Yeah, it's underground. Yes.
Gotcha.
So the castle is essentially built. It's built like from from like 3 or 4 levels down. It's built upwards around. So in case something happens, in case like there's a big aberration that pops out of the schism, the castle can do a full lockdown and protect the city.
Okay, so if we go up to that room,
Yeah,
there's the big circle, the black circle in the middle, like a tunnel, a viewing tunnel.
yes. You can look down into the schism if you want.
So what will they actually then see?
You'll have to roll and find out.
Okay.
Sometimes when you look into the schism looks back.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, so I'll probably leave Zanin. So will you be joining me?
I don't want to be alone with these new versions of our people. So yes, I'll join you.
Okay. And then we'll go outside, not to Almond, and then go up
Okay.
to find the others.
All right. Let's go. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
No. That was just me. Like, as they come out the door, I'll just be like, Captain, and then I'll follow behind.
All right. If I go to you, Ferris, what are you doing?
Well, I kind of wanted to do something before we headed upstairs, but it's a lot has transpired since then, so I'm just gonna roll with that. I would have actually wanted to hear if we could have still heard the arguing between.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll perception. Yeah. Doesn't have to be high because it's quite. It is quite loud. So.
Nope.
No, that's still fine. It is quite loud.
Okay.
Yes, you do hear that one of them, you hear Jane say your brother doesn't know what he's doing either. He's aggravating it by sending people in all the time. We need to use arcane locks. And then Hamon will say something like, we need to get more resources for the arcane locks. Where are we going to find them? You know, if these break, what are we going to do? The other person says, don't worry, they won't break, etc. Things like that.
Okay.
DM,
Yes?
what would be the resources that they need for the locks, and where would they typically get that?
They are extremely rare metal. So they would need to go in. They would have to mine arcane locks. They are made of. You would know this as a captain. I'm gonna get it here. Give me a moment. They are made of adamantine.
And this isn't something they can trade or import from somewhere else.
Adamantine is extremely rare metal. It is used to battle. It's either used to make or destroy constructs. So anything, any large or any construct or anything that has magical, mechanical parts, it would be used. But it is at this time, it is extremely rare to find.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of them said they wanted to go and speak to the owl. Owlin.
Yes, I'm gonna get to them now. That's right. All right. We're gonna go to Cramon and the Fixer. Are you both speaking to the owl? Speaking.
No, the fixer wanted to go talk to Nemo actually.
Oh, to speak to Nemo. Okay. All right. We're gonna go to Cramon first, and then we'll go to you, Fixer. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Cramon, why don't you go into the chapel and you see a very unkempt Bumblebog. He is going to town on another wheel of cheese. Just doesn't care.
More cheese. Wow.
And like you can see a fairly large tankard of what you presume is ale, just next.
Just walk in. Huh. First time seeing you like this.
It's like, do I know you?
How old are you?
19.
Wow. Okay. How much do we know about the owl folk, Cramon, now?
You would know, yeah, they can live for a long time, but depending on what kind of things that they train into, they could have extended life. But also, they're fairly common. They're actually everyone kind of like they're in almost every city and every town.
And are they known to be the protectors of mercy?
You've heard rumors, but like you've heard rumors that there is some sort of like cleric, secret clerics, but no, they're just rumors.
Okay. Just to make sure I've got the spell.
Mhm.
No, I don't. I have to improvise.
Okay.
I'll cast Dancing Lights
Mhm.
and make sure the door's closed.
Yes.
And it's only Bumblebog. And
Well,
make the symbol
I would
of this-
say Fafaris would have joined you as well, since we're all upstairs.
Okay.
So
okay,
he would have gone to the clergy, but he's not following you per se. He's just going there for his own reasons.
Okay.
No, I don't mind if he sees it. And with the symbol above Cramon, we need to talk. You are a cleric or will become one.
Well, that's news to me. I haven't seen my papers yet.
Yeah, the Elffolk is very powerful in fighting against the corruptor and defending mercy.
You mean the statue?
No, the goddess.
Hmm. And who is this corrupt person you're talking about?
You know the schism?
Yeah.
He's the big bad behind that.
Oh, maybe you should tell that to your guard captain. Probably give you a promotion.
Yeah, we in time.
Mhm.
It's just you are very important to us.
Oh, that's good to know.
And the fact that you disappeared pisses me off, and I don't know why.
Well, how did I disappear?
Well, we think it was the corruptors doing, erasing your entire race. And now we're here to try and stop or change.
That'd be
It's
good.
time magic. It's weird.
Taking on the source a bit early this morning, I see. In magic. Just takes another chunk of cheese. He's yeah. Listen, I don't even like this job. I just got assigned to it. So if it means I disappear from this job, I'm pretty happy with that.
No, it's you turn out to like it, and you become probably one of the most powerful people I know.
Why should I take what you say seriously?
That's true. I could be crazy.
Wouldn't
I
be
am metal after all.
yeah, wouldn't be the first time.
So, hypothetical. How could we bring you back?
Hypothetically, I
Yes.
mean, you could tell me how I disappeared, I could just not do it. I mean, hypothetically, you've already told me I've become a person of a cleric. I could just choose not to become a cleric.
No, it's more like your entire race disappears. So, I don't think it's up to you.
Race disappears. I don't know. Race disappears. I'm just like, honestly, I've been here for like 6 months. I don't know that.
Yeah, would I know something about Bumblebog with my spying?
Yeah, you would know he's the laziest student and that no squad wants him.
From the future, I'm on spying.
Oh, from Amon Spine. You would know that that he was one of the most well respected, and that he often would often go around the castle making sure that everyone is okay and looked after. And well, you can roll a history check. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see if history could do it.
A future history roll.
A future history roll. You remember something on his person. Almost like a emblem around his neck of mercy, but you recognize it as there is a particular black obelisk that you would see that the pattern that the obelisks that they had put around the brain in the jar, right?
Yes.
That is, you remember that that's actually to close this. It's the same pattern around his neck.
Okay. And if Amon saw other owl folk, did they also have that same pattern?
With that 26, you would see a few of them that would have that pattern, and you presume that they were, they belong to the same order.
Okay. And would I, with the blueprints I've studied, figure out a pattern that would protect them?
Roll me. Let's have a look. What could this be? This could be a good roll. I'm trying to think, what could it be? I mean, it could definitely be, I'll give you a choice, right? Investigation, Arcana, or History.
Okay, I'll go investigation. Damn it.
You sort of would presume that there is a pattern to protect something. You just know that it can't be the one that opened and one that closed. But
Yeah.
you could ask.
I'll then ask, what's the pattern for?
He's not wearing anything now. He's
Oh, okay, so he's
he
not
wore it,
wearing it.
yeah, he wore it in the past. He wasn't wearing. He's just wearing normal clothes now.
Okay. Then I'll ask, what do you know about the obelisks?
I've been on guard duty with that crazy scientist. Honestly, like, I think he's doing more harm than good. These people that want to mess with these things should just leave well enough alone. But like those obelisks seem to do strange things. Some patterns. Sometimes they've summoned creatures. Sometimes they've caused fires. Sometimes they've protected things. So yeah.
The protection.
Mhm.
Would you use that on yourself?
If I needed to.
And will it last for a long time?
I would presume it would last for a long time, or it would last enough to protect me.
To protect you. How is the positioning of the protection then?
I kind of need like close you. Well, what I saw, I mean, like, trying to remember now. Is it? Let's see. It kind of looks like a this and this, and he draws like a reverse triangle like that.
Reverse triangle.
Yeah, something like that, I guess. But I mean, this could also be the one for fire.
Okay, so you don't know exactly the pattern for protection.
It's one of the two, yes.
Okay. I've only got one of those models, right?
Yeah, you've only got one of them.
So I can't even experiment. I wonder why. Anyway.
Mhm.
Bilbobog. Figure
Mhm.
out the protection. Use it on yourself, by all means.
Are you going to try and kill me?
Well, no. Why would I kill you?
Then why do I need to figure it out? Sounds like more work for me.
Maybe I will kill you.
Okay. At least I'll be out of this job. So boring here.
Well, maybe if you don't do that, I'll keep you in this job forever.
Yeah, you can make a persuasion check.
Damn it.
Come on, you're a
No,
monk. You can
that's-
roll good persuasion.
Yeah, I'm not a mon.
It's like, look, if you can convince me somehow, I mean, I tell you what, he's like, I really don't want to do this job. This is such a boring job. I just want to go out and see the world. If you can give me some sort of exhibition papers, I'll do this thing for you. This guard duty is so boring.
Okay. How would I get that?
You can speak to one of the nobles. You could speak to your captains. If they take me on as in their squad, I could easily they could just sign the papers. I could just go out exploring.
Okay. I can do that. I think we are going to have a long meeting now.
Mhm.
Well, be right back then.
Okay.
And Armon will go back and in the group, we need a meeting
Okay. That's
with
fair.
the telepathy.
Okay. And what about you, Ferris? What are you doing?
DM, I can't select my token. But it's fine. You can just sit there. It doesn't matter. I want to. There's no way I would know. What? There's no way Ushi would know how Mercy looks like, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, you've seen some pictures of her, I would say, but what do you want to find out? Put it that way.
Well, with Fafari, kind of like has seen Jade in the halls, right?
Yes.
And Ushi has some inkling of Mercy and what she looks like. So I want to kind of see if I can put the two together.
Roll a investigation.
Well, Fafari's investigation is better than Ushi's, so might as well. Nope. DM, can I put like I don't think even 5 would add to that. Why did it roll like 3 times?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it was originally a 7, but we'll go with an 8. Either way, would have a 10 would not have fixed much, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. I mean, they look familiar, but then again, like from a statue to a person, like it's familiar. Like they look familiar. It's not like you would say, ah.
It could have been like a descendant or something,
Yeah,
you know.
could have been a descendant, but
Okay. Never mind then. Then I'm gonna skip that.
Mhm.
I want to see if this is a like a place of religion, right? Not just for mercy. Like I could reach out to other deities from here, right?
you could. This is a temple, but it is a temple of mercy. But you can reach out to other deities if you want.
Okay, so I'm coming to this instead of just using a random room to hopefully see if I can't get some kind of boost into communicating with a deity, and I want to see if I can't reach out to Ushi's deity.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do, right? Pick a number between 1 and 100.
Oh, 23.
Okay, now roll 1d100.
Oh, nope. That's quite a bit
Yep.
from 73.
Yep. So you feel so many deities that you can't actually. You don't know which one could be it.
I think he's just gonna chill there, try and process what the next step is.
Okay, that's fine. Are you not going to go to the main meeting hall?
Well, he's trying to. This is kind of Ushi being lost, even though he's in Faris's body. I would say when trying to figure out something, he would stay where he feels comfortable, even though his alternative self might not find it a place of comfort.
Okay. All right, that's fair. All right. We'll go back to you, Nemo and Zemo in the upper patrol area of the schism where you all are. You can see almost all of your squad is coming, right? Except for Oshi. What are you two doing?
Well, who's this extra token up on one of the?
It's one of the guards that is just always stationed. There's someone always stationed there, so it's just one of the guards.
Ushi. We don't know Ushi.
Could I temporarily get this person to leave for a few moments?
Yeah, you can. You'll just be like, okay, 5 minute break, gotcha. You got
Yeah,
it.
we'll be patrolling. It's fine. The squad will take over.
It's like, thank God, I've been
Why does
holding.
that look like a berserker character?
It's just a random human token.
So when they come in, is the thing in the floor flat against the floor?
Like a carpet.
Is it a carpet that you just roll away? How does it work?
Yeah, it's so basically these parts over here are cleared up, right? This is just a carpet, right? This up here is where you actually look down into the schism.
Okay, got it. So I'll just as each one comes in, what are their names again? Armin, Cremon. Get up there. Take a look. Tell me what you see. And you'll probably come in and you'll see that Xanon is rather tense, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So who is up there first? Aman. Okay.
I think I can cast a spell on me.
Mm-hmm.
I cast Intellect Fortress on myself.
That's fine. You're too far away to actually be affected by anything, but you do see whatever you roll, this is what you'll see. Let's go for you first, Armin. What are you rolling?
What must I roll?
Roll a perception or investigation. I'm happy with either because you are looking into it.
I have advantage about Fey Fiends and Undeads. Does this apply?
No. No faith in it this time.
18.
Oh, fantastic. Cramon, now your turn. Now your turn to roll.
22.
Ooh, even better. Okay. So,
And before
yeah.
anything happens, I'm going to use one of my racial features to add a d4.
Okay.
23.
23. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right. I'm just getting something here. All right. Cool. So, if we go over here, Almond, you see this creature. I'm gonna send you a picture of it now. You see this creature flying as it kind of flies, tries to get out of the schism, but it's like some sort of tentacle just pulls it back into the abyss. And Kramon, you see this creature also as it was kind of also scritching along, and then also like it reaches a point and it like topples back and falls down and falls backwards into the abyss.
Okay.
You can describe them. You don't have to.
Massive centipede of death.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw that one.
Yeah. No, much worse.
I can put it in references.
Wasn't it the red one with the bunch of eyes?
Oh no! Oh no!
No, this one is worse.
This one's worse.
Wait, it's worse than like a gigantic plus creature of giant gargantuan plus creature.
Oh,
The cockroach.
no, I think it's longer.
Yeah, look at his legs, downwards. Centipede.
Centipede.
Ooh, that's fun. I want to play with
That's
that.
cool. I want that as my pet.
Yeah.
Amon wants that as his pet.
Yeah, I'm on. He's the crazy one.
That is that one. And Aman, what about you? What did you see or?
For those of you who are looking, you just see Armin turn away, and there's just like a river of blood coming from his nose, and he's trying to like block it and like apologies because this isn't supposed to happen. And he kind of like excuses himself from the room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What about you, Nemo? Danon, what are you doing?
Has Evelyn had a chance to go have a look as well?
Oh, Evelyn, do you want to have a look?
Yeah, sure. I need to finish Audrey's horror bingo this week.
Okay. Okay, roll your perception or investigation.
This is why I never look at things. I don't. It's so nice not getting the horror pics from a DM.
I'll give myself guidance on that.
You can, of course, give yourself guidance.
Ooh.
1216, okay. To be fair, I am running out of aberrations, so only so many you can give every other time. But I will get something over here. Oh, I can just use that one. That's easy. Yeah. What? Why is it taking so? That's the one. Okay. I will say you see this thing. Also tries to get up, but it also kind of gets pushed back as it can't quite get to exactly where it wants to go to. You get all the fun ones.
I do. Ooh. Not as terrifying as some of the others, but very creepy.
Yeah. You can also describe it if you want. I can drop the picture.
Oh, think of a squid, but with many, many more tentacles, and half of them have eyes on the ends of them.
A beholder squid.
Oh, there we go.
That looks familiar.
Sushi.
That's the special uncle of the beholders.
Yeah.
We've not seen this one before. Oh, I haven't.
So I'll address the squad. Has Armin come back yet?
I have not. I also want to use this opportunity, as I have excused myself for a seemingly sincere reason, to quickly run back down to the blacksmiths.
Yes.
And I want to go straight up to the gold one. As I'm walking towards them, I want to take off my cloak, my coat.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, after everything I said to you earlier, if you would do this one favor for me, please can you keep this safe? I will ask you for it the next time I see you. And before even waiting for a response, I'm just gonna hand it to him and run back upstairs and quickly like try to clean my nose and eventually make my way back to the lookout area. Still kind of disheveled, with still a bit of blood on my face.
Yeah. The one thing that could actually have helped you. Okay. He says, yes. I will keep it safe for you. I shall make a safe for you. All right.
So I'll walk back in Sans cloak, still bloody faced.
As Armin comes back into the room, I'll look at the three of them, and they'll notice that I'm looking for the fourth one.
Yeah.
And I'll just say, you know, guys, And they also know that you need to be really sneaky to be able to get a lie past me. Most of the time, I'm quite good at picking it up, so they know that. But I'll address them and say, so, you have been acting a little bit odd, more than usual. And Zan and I have become a little bit concerned. Now, usually I don't mind a little trick or here or there, a little bit of playing around.
Mm-hmm.
But what's been happening today is a bit concerning. And we need to be able to trust each other to be a cohesive unit. And as things are going today, I feel like we need to connect again. You know, find that unity again. So, who wants to tell me what's going on? Because I heard a few things downstairs that I'm not really sure what it means. Xanon will probably be able to figure it out. But it seems like you guys you're keeping something from us. And I'd like you to be open with us. Otherwise, we won't be able to help you or back you if it goes wrong.
I
Well,
think
Captain,
it's
it's a bit
about
difficult to explain. The four of us, well, I at least woke up with another person in my head this morning, another set of memories.
Schizophrenic.
Calm down, Xanon. Calm down.
yeah, and I'm keeping this one, and I'll hold up my hand, this one at bay for now.
I was smiling and smirking up until that point, and then suddenly my face just becomes numb. My eyes become a little bit more wide because I thought they were just actually making fun of us, and it was a big joke or something. Now I see that they're actually quite that this is really happening. That there's something really that they're sharing with us.
What do you know about time travel?
And I look at Xanon.
My eyes start to fill up with tears at the bottom, and I like clutch at my pearls sort of gesture. And it's a roller coaster of emotions that happen. And I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. So, where's the real arm? Where's the real people that we know?
We are the real ones. It's just we are the early ones. Of the other ones, we're remembering. I don't really understand this. Someone tried to explain this to me once. I think Arnhem. Arnhem's look. Time's full of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey things, and I am Herbalar, but I'm also the future person.
I
It
knew it.
seems we
I
are
knew it.
incarnations.
I knew it. But
For some reason, we are protectors of mercy, and we are reborn each lifetime.
I knew it. I called it. I knew it. And as I'm getting excited, I suddenly get angry. You meddled with time. You spoke to the smithy about stuff that's gonna happen.
Wait, what?
Well,
And
time has already been meddled with.
I think Nima understands that everyone here believes exactly what they're saying, but is not connecting the dots. He's not that smart.
Yeah, well,
Xanon, explain it to me simply, please.
And I use a string of words that are pure fact and logic and very close to what time travel really is, because no one can really understand it, but as close as I can get. I'm gonna say you still don't understand me.
But by the door, you just see a soft, slight nod in agreement from Armin.
If you're from the future, what are you doing here?
Trying to save the elf.
You can't tell us. You can't tell us.
We can. We actually need to. We've been in this schism. We've seen
what
the big
God?
guy.
When was this?
Future.
When is this?
Well, for us, we just... It teleported. It's weird. And I'll point to Armin. He knows more about time stuff.
And I'll just like sort of look behind me to say, who?
Malice.
Who's Malice?
I'm Amon, by the way.
Okay, so, and this is going to be a voice you have not
Amon.
heard Armin use at all, because you heard what he sounds like last week, but this is a different voice entirely. So it seems that what is happening is our future selves are currently possessing our past bodies. Both of our psyches are here. It's just your present is being suppressed by our future. So when all of this ends, the people you know will just resurface. I'm not really certain what would happen to them or what they would think of this whole situation. But I can tell you emphatically that some terrible things have happened in the future, and somehow, and I'm looking around for that other person who is not here, said some things to a thing they shouldn't have said things to, and we are here.
I think we should be telling the correct people, not just anybody. For instance, his brother shouldn't have known. We do not know how far he's gone. But Gunther is good to know. I think that lady down there was Mercy. That would be good to know. And I've also just told Bumblebog, by the way.
No.
How did that conversation go?
He's very drunk and unprofessional since the last time I saw him.
Yeah, I was not expecting surly teenager Bumblebog, let me tell you.
That's true. I always thought he was stuck up.
Yeah, anything is the opposite. Will be the opposite.
Something had to happen for him to change that much.
Mm.
I think I can save this elf. Well, I think I can protect Bumblebog at least, but I need the help of you two. And I'll look at Nemo and... I can't remember the name, sorry.
Xanon.
Zara.
I have questions. Number one, you have been into the schism in your future.
Yes.
Sort of.
So we did not close the schism.
Not yet.
No,
Mhm.
well, technically it was almost closed, but then opened much greater.
How do we prevent that? But before we get to that, what magic did you use to cross time?
Well, almost lost our mind using it. A teleportation device.
Is that how you got here?
No. So there was a different you don't need to know about that. There is a creature. I still don't really know what it is. I've been trying to figure it out. It used some form of magic I don't understand yet, and that's saying something.
You can roll Arcana if you want to figure out what magic it used.
I will try, but at this point, like, Malice didn't know like what it did.
Okay, Amon doesn't mess with time magic.
Nope, that's a 12. Malice doesn't know what it used.
Okay, and
Hold on. Why? I can't remember the guy's name, the owlet. Why do we need to keep him safe?
Well, I don't know about the others, but to me, he's been one of the most powerful clerics I've ever seen. I'm not joking. That's actually true.
it's quite hard to believe.
I mean,
Yeah.
he really even cleans up his part of the bunker. Everywhere he eats, it's disarray. Everybody has trouble getting him to do anything.
I saw him fall over his feathers last week.
But all of this, and then Nemo goes with his hands to his head, like somebody is going to say, mind blown. He's just like chakras misaligned. I'm losing my mind. This can't be happening.
There was a very good chance that we all die in the future if we don't change something in the past.
And not just us, everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
on that, I have it on pretty good authority that there are a few things that we can do to help the future.
Yeah, for instance, keeping this safe to get in the future and hold up the object, my item.
Well, that yes, but there are yes.
Oh, I should probably take this out, and I'll take out the blueprints of the obelisks and the model, and just place it on the ground so that everybody can see. This is useful.
Yes.
So what can we do?
Well, we need Bumbleborg to be safe, and with this blueprints, I figured out that those things could be used as protection. And it's very powerful, but if Bumbleborg can protect himself so that he doesn't disappear and be forgotten, he could still be there with us and help us.
Can you not just take him with you to the future?
It's more like just our minds, I think, because in the future I'm fleshy.
I'm taller and
Much
not
taller.
a man.
So your heritage changes.
Yeah, I'm a Yanti.
Your species changes.
Yeah.
And is Favori also part of this?
He's probably the most interesting of the bunch.
He's a special case.
Mm,
But he's also affected like you've been affected.
Yeah, and for some reason we are also blessed by mercy, so that it's harder to corrupt our minds.
Oh,
Okay.
And I've also seen mercy personally.
so you have what some might call a divine blessing.
Yeah. Cassius and I spoke to Mercy in person, or I think we did. It's another time thing that I'm not sure if it's just a dream or actually happened.
But if you spoke to her in your future in your other body, would that have carried over to this time in this body?
The thing is, that was more in the future than... It's weird. That version of me was stronger than the version of me I know, and now I'm in the version that's older.
Just remind me, what was the conversation between you and Alan with regards to he said something about joining a squad?
Yes, Bumbleborg agreed to use this obelisk to protect himself if he joins our squad.
DM, is that something that I can request and get done?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and who do I need to speak to, or can we just say that I go and do that?
You can just do that. Yeah, you can request because he doesn't have a squad at the moment, so you can just request that he is that, and there will be like a bit of paperwork to sign, but pretty much it's done immediately.
Okay, so we are all in agreement that we're gonna add Bumblebark. Is that his name?
Yes.
Bumblebark.
Bumblebog.
To the group.
He was known as Bumblebog the Strange. Now he's Bumblebog the Lazy.
Are we gonna tell him what's going on?
I've already did, but I don't think he believes me.
Is there a way to show him?
I think there's a way to show minds, but I'm not sure how it would work with our minds. I don't have the spell, and I'm going to look through my book. The spell book.
DM, do we have a sense of what we need to do next?
You can, if you want to have a look at the you can go have a look at go down into the schism where they are trying to mend it. You can go to the holding cells that you want to talk to one of the aberrations. Yeah, so you can go back to level 2 if you want.
Okay,
wow.
how long does the blessings last?
They last, like I said, this will take place over 1 day, so the blessings will last 1 day.
Okay, so we'll probably get everybody. Well, my suggestion would be that we all get blessings because we don't know what we're gonna deal with.
I'm not
And
sure
then
the
I
blessings we have
remember-
now would protect us in the current state.
And a couple other things, Captain, that you really should know is Zemo gets corrupted, and his brother, at some point, maybe in the future, maybe now, I don't know. And his brother is definitely on his way there. I don't think we can trust him at all.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
that much in the
also-
future, but Zemo did summon the Corruptor.
The corruptor. What do you mean?
Oh, jeez.
He's the god of the schism.
Zemo.
No, the Corruptor.
But he's involved. Zemo's involved.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Do you
Big
know
time.
how he gets that done?
Well,
We don't know.
no, we did have that vision from Mercy where
Oh, yeah.
she was fighting the two brothers and everybody left them alone. All the people walked away.
Well, we should tell her about that.
But I'm not sure if it's now in the future or if it was symbolism.
I think, well, regardless, we know Zemo is going to betray her at some point. I mean, we should warn her at least.
Oh yeah, with his help, all the Alpha could just disappear, and Mercy will also disappear, and everything, every knowledge
hold
of
on.
everything.
Zemo's one of the known royals.
It's
What
what
is he?
Yeah, he's a
Mhm.
he's a noble, yeah. Wouldn't say he's a royal, but he's a noble.
Or noble? Yeah. What evidence do you have for this?
Well, currently nothing. We're from the future, so in the future we've got his decapitated head.
Yep, you do.
I want to roll an insight check because I don't know. They're making huge allegations, and I don't know if I can trust them.
Okay.
Yeah, Zemo might be still good here.
Does anyone have what's its Zone of Truth spell? It's probably not.
I've got nothing to help us here.
I would like to step out of the room and see if anyone is nearby and possibly listening to this conversation.
Roll your perception. As far as he knows, down on there are telling the truth.
Also, again, you know me, you know that I'm quite capable of sussing out lies, and you don't see me accusing them of lying. Yet.
I mean, I am not opposed to killing the brothers. I've never liked them.
Yeah, but that's your personal issues with them.
But
I'm
now I
just
have a justification.
really Xanon.
I'm not sure how powerful it is here, but there he's very powerful.
We can't go around killing nobles.
I do all the time.
But well, hold on. Now I think you did earlier in the day tell me about the undead stench, which I never picked up for some reason. Did we find out that the brother also has that stench?
Yeah, they're because the brothers tend to be close to each other. Zemo has more of an undead stench than his brother does.
But we also know that they are experimenting on undead in the lab, and the brothers tend to go and well, Zemo goes and visits his brother, so it could just be that it rubbed off stench,
Yes.
not necessarily they are undead.
No, they're not undead. Yeah, they just rubbed off stench.
Okay, so that would have been my conclusion on that. Ian, do I know of anything sketchy going on with Zemo other than what they've now told me? Something that I've picked up?
There's been rumors, but nothing solid, right? As I said, like there have been rumors from last time that he's quick to throw troops in and he doesn't mind the mass losses, but nothing sketchy or anything like that that can.
But for me, that would have just been that's his way of dealing with the schism.
Yeah, that's
not that I agree with it, but I mean for the greater good.
Yeah. I will say that Aman, you with that 17, you smell a strong sense of Zemo as he might have been walking in the corridors as the conversation was happening, but you don't see him anymore.
Ooh, I think that.
So my dear time travelers, what would you like to do?
My mission here currently is just to save Bumblebog.
All right, so we must bring him into the fold and cast all manner of protective charm on him.
Well, I think this would be the most successful, pointing out the blueprints. But do it wrong and you have the opposite effect.
Well, let me take a look at them. Can I make some kind of check?
Yeah. Make either Arcana or Investigation, or even a Perception, right?
Hold on.
And
Hold
another,
on.
Yeah.
And I just go and tap you on the head as I cast guidance on you.
Oh. I must have someone else there. That's not okay. Thanks. I'll do
I'll
that.
just tell you, open your mind.
In your mind.
yeah, could I also make that roll?
Yeah.
Arcana.
Yeah. So
or
you want
investigation.
so as I understand, you want to figure out the protection one, right?
Jesus.
Yes, even if it's just for one person.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Go for it.
I think he's got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just roll that
Yeah,
20.
no, he's got it.
Got it.
Nice.
The fixer. Yeah. You kind of figure out that these arcane locks can be used for protection, for opening and closing realms, for transportation, and there are various symbols and patterns that you can put them in to do this. The symbol that Cromon described, a reverse triangle, you know this to be actually quite a dangerous symbol. This would actually cause some sort of hellfire to appear.
I'll definitely mention that.
Yeah. What you want is actually something like this. So you want sort of like an M with a line underneath it.
Okay, and so if I form that, that'll. So if
That
we
will-
manage to form this will protect them then.
That will protect, yeah. But you would know it would need to be reactivated like every kind of, couple of years. It doesn't last forever, but it lasts for about 10 years. You just reactivate it.
How do you reactivate it?
You just take it apart. You just break it, like unform it and reform it.
Disassemble.
Disassemble and reassemble it. That's all it's sensitive. It kind of has the charge for about 10 years, and you just got to reassemble it every time.
Okay. Yeah. I guess do we wanna call him in?
What I will do there is actually it's already getting to past. What I'll do is I'll end the session there, and then we can pick this up next week. As I will say, you can call Bumblebog in, as we can begin it as he comes into the room there, right?
I would say Fafari also is coming in at probably the same moment.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So, are there any questions or anything before we close off?
Can I get that list of instructions that my blacksmith friend gave me?
That list of instructions.
I wasn't quite quick enough to write them down. He was like, kill the things in the holding cells, kill the things downstairs, and there was something else, something about his brother.
So I will say
We need to stop negotiations with his brother and Haman because they're aligned. So we need to break that up. We need to free all the aberrations that are being kept.
We need to free the two creatures in the main holding cells.
Oh, the max security ones.
Yeah.
So the ogre and the snake lady.
Yeah.
Present break time.
The ogre is not. Wait, is the ogre true evil?
You mean the giant? He's not an ogre.
He
Cyclops.
I mean.
Yeah, he's a giant. Yeah. He's.
Is he really? Is he lich evil or is he neutral?
I will let you know. Just give me a moment.
Where did we see him before?
He was the melted corpse that our other friends took his head.
Yeah.
With the lich, and they destroy everything there.
He was turned into weird soup.
Yeah. No, he's chaotically neutral.
Okay, so he won't go and just destroy everything.
Yeah.
Unless we give him a reason to.
Yeah, because it would be bad if we just release a monster that destroys everything and then you would just either die or be recaptured.
Well, to be honest, the snake lady we are out of character. The snake lady we're going to try and possibly free is in one of the towers.
She's a boss.
Yeah.
Let's just not touch the snake lady.
I mean, you've never really talked to the snake lady.
To be fair, we've done worse things. We've released an evil lich.
Probably the most powerful one.
And you've made deals with an evil lich. And you haven't even.
She's a Draco lich.
I have not made deals.
It's like we've done worse.
What's so bad about a deal with an evil Draco lich? I mean, I got a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, you still need to become a lich, and then I can become your phantom.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that one.
Yeah.
That's like level 20 shenanigans.
Yeah.
We also need to probably sabotage the research Hamon is doing, because I'm pretty sure this is where it starts, the stuff they're using in the future. So if we maybe destroy his research and kill him, we won't have the weird soup for the stuff they're using in the future.
If we can get the blacksmiths on the side, maybe we can get use of the spiders somehow and use them to destroy the labs and creatures.
Yeah, I wanted to get the blueprints from it. The blueprints from the spiders.
We also need to go to the basement.
That's right.
And kill what's there, which means we're going hunt undead.
Ooh. Ah, yes, true. So it's basically stop the basement experiments. Stop the experiments on the schism, free the creatures in the max cell, and break the negotiations between Haman and Gunther's brother.
So I vote we kill the brothers, the evil brothers, the Zemo and Haman, because that solves all our problems.
We just need to find out how strong they are.
Well, I can. I just need to talk to them for a minute.
I think killing Zemo might also accidentally cause more problems. So
It would.
depends on which Zemo the
Yeah.
Zemo is.
I don't think this is a good Zemo though. I think this is the bad Zemo.
I think they were both. They might both have been bad Zemo.
I think this one is already possessed, and his brother is like I'm not sure who of you watched Pacific Rim 2.
It might just be a puppet.
I know where you're going with this. Yes.
But I think his mind is already corrupted, and he does not know this.
Oh yeah, like almost certainly.
Like he's doing experimentation for the corruptor, and he's not really like he's experimenting for the corruptor, and he doesn't realize this.
Yeah, he's basically laying the foundations of summoning the corruptor.
Yeah. So like I think he was poking in the minds of the aberrations, and then the corruptor was like, ooh, and then planted a little seed there that would benefit
Okay.
him.
Blueprints on closing the door, meanwhile it's opening the door.
Yeah, for people that watch Critical Role, it's the same with the demon that Percy made a deal with to get a gun.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
You don't know. You got to find out next week.
Or compared to where the wizards trick Mollymock.
Yeah.
I haven't gone that far. I haven't watched the last few episodes. But yeah,
So-
no, it's going to be weird stuff. It's
Armin, you gave away your cloak, right?
I did, yes, because future me really wants it.
The one thing that could actually have helped you, but yeah.
well, you could have just given it later on. You could have just still used it for something, and then we save it before we
Yeah,
go.
but I didn't know if I would ever have the chance again. You know, I don't want to risk it.
Well, we have to
And
do multiple
also-
things, so we could like do a few and then, because I'm assuming like you guys made the deal with the Lich, and the Zodars. How do we get back to the present?
How do you?
You're the one who
We
activated them.
never
I didn't
talked
make
about
any
that.
deals with any liches.
Yeah. You.
Wait, who made the deal with the Lich?
That was Cassius.
Was it just
To
me?
save the Alpha, yes. It was only you.
What? Why wouldn't you guys make deals with an evil lich?
I don't
Like-
think I talked to the evil Lich. I talked to the other one.
Yeah, Amon made deals with the Corruptor's ex.
No, I didn't have the chance to get deals. I just asked who it was. That was my one reply.
Where's the Zodar at this point?
Yeah,
you
that's also my question. So,
You haven't seen it yet. There were things that, like, you've set certain things into motion. Put it that way.
maybe it's waiting for us at the bottom of this nonsense.
Maybe it is.
Because
And-
it's always going to the bottom, right? Even in that tower, it was like you must go down.
You must go down.
Yeah, going down was going up for some reason.
Going down was going up. Exactly.
And Zemo does get kicked out of the Brooman house.
He does.
He does.
So we can store. Yes, that was entire thing. That's why the Brooman house is full of mercy symbols and unknowingly good. Amon gave that information that they were kicked out.
Well, there's a lot of
So-
things to do. I don't think we're gonna do it in one session, so probably have another 2 sessions, I reckon. Because if we're
I
fighting
can
stuff,
make-
that's gonna be like a session.
Yeah, we can make a vault in the Brooman house or a secret area to
You could.
store.
Well, this castle still exists in the future, right?
Oh yeah, it's just more. It's just completely changed because this is 200 years in the past.
But the basic foundation is still there, right? It's just
Yeah.
built onto that.
Yeah.
So we can just find a hole and stick stuff in there.
Yeah, but we know that the Broomen house is protected. Even with the corrupts out.
Or we could give our stuff to Mercy and tell Mercy to plant it somewhere safe for us.
Yeah, she could plant it at her statues in the towers to get through.
Oh, but you all don't know the stuff about the statues in the towers.
Also, I'm
Cassius
very
and
confused
Cassius.
about towers now, because I thought that was bad to break the arcane locks, but now it's good depending on which arcane locks they're using, or like which configuration they're using.
Well, we do know the configuration.
Yeah.
Like, because the thing is, we can't reconfigure the massive obelisk in the future, right? We can't do that.
No, it's too big.
So breaking it still seems the good way to go after this.
I think instead of being a lock, they made a key from this obelisk. So if you break the key, you cannot open the door.
Yeah. This is very, it's like, the more you know, the less you understand.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we do not know what happens to Zima's brother.
Or in Gunther's brother.
I think
How?
Weir is what happens to Zima's brother.
Possibly. Or Zima's brother could be the head we have. How much do they look alike?
Yeah, they look fairly alike. I mean, like all elves, high
Wait.
elves, they look pretty alike. Yeah.
Don't tell me we went into the past and killed his brother. Without knowing, we went into the past and killed his brother.
There is also that bit of prophecy that we got about 2 brothers shall bring forth a time of prosperity. We don't know which brothers those are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe instead of killing, saving them.
I do think it is the Dragonic brothers. Because I do think Nguther is already a nice person. So if we take away the bad influence on his brother, which is Hamon, that would lead to prosperity. I don't think these other two are salvageable, in my personal opinion. So I think if we want prosperity, we save the Dragon Brothers instead of the High Elf stuck-up elitists.
Wow.
Hey, he sent us to prison without a trial.
Yeah, he did. He did send you to prison without a trial. Absolutely.
Even
Yeah.
if he isn't corrupt, he's still a dick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like, how can prosperity, like, have you ever seen a natural leader, like a nation, like any country's leader, one of the good ones being a dick and like achieving anything? Like, just look at Donald Trump.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, it's, hey, you don't know, something could have happened. You could help him not become a dick.
Can you really change the nature of high elves?
I mean, it's 200 years.
How long I don't think orcs live that long. I think he's got a couple
Yeah.
decades at most.
I think orcs are the same as humans.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be up to who them all long. I mean,
I mean, I am a robot.
You're an autonom. You could live that long.
I don't see Xanon having the patience.
Also, I'm curious to see how, if we travel back in time and Nemo and Xanon joins us, our psyches traveled back in time. So how are their psyches going to travel into the future?
I didn't say that their psyches were traveling to the future.
Oh, maybe it's one of those things you can't go back to the future if your body already exists there, so then you just, your mind travels.
Maybe they go to the future the same way everyone else does.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing, like you can't go back into the future if you really exist, so you basically just take over that body. But if your body isn't in the future, when you try and travel to there, your body goes there.
So what you're saying is they're already in the future and they're waiting for us. They took the long way around.
No, I think they're coming with us, but since their bodies don't exist in the future, they are traveling as a whole. Whereas since our bodies, our souls, basically just travel to the past. I don't know. That's up
Yeah.
to the DM and how he wants to introduce them, but like me trying to figure that out is a headache.
Yeah, now you know my problems, right?
We've had these discussions as well.
Yeah.
It's like this is literally debating time traveling theories. It's like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is which theory are we going to follow to put you into the main campaign?
The butterfly or the
was
river.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're not going with the butterfly effect, because if this is the butterfly effect, the future's screwed.
Yeah, but I think the corrupt are screwed over taking away the Alfolk.
True.
Because
Well, it's already
the
screwed
other
up,
version,
so we can't do worse, right?
eh,
What to do worse than the end of everything?
I mean, everything's gonna die already, so why not screw up the past and maybe have a chance to survive?
To be fair, right? The corrupt is only coming in 200 years and 3 months.
That's very specific.
But like to a god, that's nothing, right?
Yeah, no, but like for us, that's a lot. So like, maybe we just chill in the past. We don't have to deal with
Yeah.
it. We don't have
Amon
to.
likes the killing noble easily part.
He doesn't like the very bad wizard part.
Yeah, the very short, loud robot.
Get a day in Cassius's shoes there, Mon.
A short wizard.
He's
Eh?
gonna have a new respect for you.
Yeah, man.
And plus, I think there's a first. I think the Autonomes have emotions.
I don't know, it just rolled a really weird character for you. Like,
Oh, that is awesome. Amon's
Hey,
gonna be screwed up
I
in the
can't be
future.
the only one with the racial character from that part with the spelljammer content.
I really like the Autonome.
Because like
build for
Tom and
success
Tom's
is
came
awesome.
with the spelljammer, right? Didn't they?
Yeah, I believe they did.
but your feat was linguist.
Yeah, Amon's feed is a linguist, so
And-
I can actually read stuff.
And Cramon's.
No, Cremon doesn't have a feat.
He does. I'm looking at
Does
it
he?
now. It says yeah, it says linguist.
Oh, he's also a linguist.
Yeah.
It even increases your intelligence score.
Yeah, this guy, he's dumb stuff was intelligence.
Yeah, it's like, you can speak Draconic, Celestial Goblin. Yeah.
Oh my god, you got 2 intelligence score increases up. I'll have a look at your character sheet here. So you know how bad your character must have rolled on end.
Yeah, my highest was charisma.
Nice. Wild. Charismatic gnome. Auto gnome robot.
Wait, so I can. The fun fact, I can create ciphers with this character, and since I share a mind, I can decipher it with Amon because
Yeah.
he's also got linguist.
Yes.
There's a way to maybe store your item.
Yeah, and I've look at magic illusional script doesn't last long.
Do we have something that can make a hole in the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've got a spell for that.
Oh, I got an item for that.
Because what we could do is we can make a hole, put our stuff in there, close the hole, and have Ramon write a cipher on there, and then we can just have Amon go look for that and find our stuff.
We could
Yeah.
also just ask on Gunther to put it in a safe for you.
I think that's the safest option.
Yeah, but like, I have a
Put it on.
feeling once we kill the undead, like once we go to the basement, we're not coming up again.
You can ask him to
Probably not.
probably do something to your bodies.
Okay, so basically, once we go down, I'm first going to go to Gunther and tell him to kill me when I get back up.
Oh wait, I think I know how we get back to the future, guys. Remember the Zodor said something about dying?
Yeah, we have to die in the past. We have to die to save it. We've got it here.
Yeah, he said something to Amon, right? About like dying over and over again.
Yeah.
So maybe if we just kill ourselves, we go back to our future selves.
Live again, die again, over and over to answer the answers in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to
Like. Okay.
to live again in our future selves. We need to kill ourselves in the past.
And there's also fight the past, free the present. So we have to fight.
Yeah. But the thing is, then do Nemo and Xenon just kill themselves as well?
No.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Well, if they die and we manage to save Bumblebog, he's a powerful cleric with true resurrection.
Yes.
Yeah, like we can kill them, put them in coffins, and just resurrect them in the future.
He is a level 20 cleric.
Yeah, I remember that from the last campaign when he turned into a dragon and obliterated a bunch of dreadnoughts.
Yeah. He's very powerful. Because he has he has regeneration, he's got the helm of teleportation. Yeah, he's got quite a few things.
Wow. Alright guys, I'm
We
gonna
also
head
have
out.
Muck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
but
it goes well.
if you have any questions or anything like that, you can ask during the week. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna head out. Thanks for the session.
Don't get
Thanks
too
for the session.
Yeah.
It was very weird. Love it. Seems like we're fighting next week, so hopefully that goes well.
If you
this time.
We'll see.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Cheers.
Best friends.
Okay. So that was a very, 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 very interesting session. My mind hurts. I'm not gonna be honest. So much stuff goes on. Like when you mess with time travel, it's never simple. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It is going to be seemingly more action filled. Next session we did have just RP the last few sessions. So probably combat next session. Seems like we're gonna fight a few things. I'm not sure if freeing stuff is gonna trigger combat. Because it seems like the guards are there to keep them in cells and we need to free them from cells, so it might just be a whole showdown. But do stay tuned. Next week, same time, same place, you know where. This Sunday, we will definitely... Well, actually, streaming schedule might update. We might stream on Saturday, because last Sunday we did not have a Pathfinder stream. Well, we didn't have a Pathfinder session due to some load shedding for certain party members. So our healer was out and we were in a fight. Like we're currently in a fight in that campaign. So we kind of need the healer there. So our DM then decided to postpone that session. So we might do it on this Saturday and then have the normal campaign session on Sunday again. So hopefully we'll do that. So I might see you guys on Saturday. We'll still find out because I'm not really sure. The DM hasn't really told us anything further than that. We might have an extra session. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'll keep an eye on the notifications for the stream. It will pop up and let you know, hopefully. And yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Have a great one.